Numbers alone, too high to even compute, don't capture the full scope of the COVID catastrophe. The same is true for the epidemic of overdoses in this country. So tonight we're focusing on the profound tragedy of just one young life lost to drugs. As BC Bureau Chief Melanie Nagy explains, she was only 12.
Toxic street drugs have killed hundreds of British Columbians this year. The youngest is believed to be Aliyah Thomas.
She was only 12 years old in grade 6.
Adriana Landano says her kind-hearted daughter started dabbling with drugs last year.
She started smoking weed, and then we caught her doing that. And so I would try to coach her, what to do. Don't do this, don't do that. Tell her don't stay away from these hard drugs.
Experimentation quickly escalated to include crystal meth and heroin. The day Aliyah died, she bought drugs on a street corner. While her death is still being investigated, Landano says the substance was laced with fentanyl.
She died in her friend's house. She died in her sleep on April 14th.
Fentanyl is fueling Canada's overdose crisis. In BC, more than 5 people died every day last month.
We want to reduce the harms caused by the illicit drug supply.
Guy Felicella overcame a heroin addiction and now devotes his time to educating kids and parents about drug use.
If you think that, the possibility that your youth won't experiment with substances, then I think we're being pretty naive as a society.
Like many advocates, Felicella says saving lives requires a major policy shift to a safe, regulated drug supply. More treatment programs, particularly for youth, are also needed.
She was crying out for help.
Landano says Aliyah was struggling with depression and overdosed 3 times before she died.
There was things that she needed to heal and deal with in a place that would help her, and there was no help.
At least 25 kids under the age of 19 have died of an illicit drug overdose in BC since 2020. The province says it's working to improve care for youth and that more than 100 new treatment beds will be available next year. Melanie Nagy, CTV News, Vancouver.